Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily, brought in partnership with the SofaScore app, which is free to download. The link is in the description. Go and do it now. Everton are to have their second hearing against a PSR charge next week. This follows on from Nottingham Forest, who had theirs a couple of weeks ago now, but it was confirmed on yesterday, wasn't it? Seems ages ago. Confirmed yesterday that they would receive a 4-point deduction, which has had many people scratching their heads as to why, for a bigger breach than Everton's, their punishment was 2 points less than what Everton got. But it is what it is. There is a story going round today that if Nottingham Forest are to appeal that decision, they could end up with an increased sanction of more points. I think this is the Premier League trying to put it out there that they want this stuff done and dusted before the end of the season. Currently, the way the stuff is set out, you can be none the wiser after the season is finished as to whether you are staying up or going down because of the way the appeal process is has been penciled in. So I think the Premier League are trying now to get past that and try and put Forest off from appealing by saying, look, you got a smaller sentence than Everton, even though your breach was bigger. Don't appeal it, otherwise it could get worse. As far as Everton are concerned, Everton now can go into that appeal and use Nottingham Forest as a basis to strengthen their appeal as well. I'm sure that Everton's Silk will be looking at everything that's gone on with Forest and being able to argue Everton down. There is a school of thought, well, there's a couple actually doing the rounds. One of them is Everton will get no points because of they'll be able to argue down the mitigation. Another one is they'll get 2 points because they've been punished for 2 of the 3 years already. Therefore, if Everton were given 6 points, then it would be a third of those points, which leaves it at 2. However, in this latest rule on the Forest one and Everton's original appeal, the entry point for breaching was 3 points. If Everton have had a small breach, then you could argue that Everton, through mitigation, will be able to argue the 3 points down to either 1 or none. So we'll have to wait and see. I think Everton may well end up with at least 1 point deducted. Could be 2. But who knows? We could get a suspended points deduction because the latest KC on the Forest case has left it open for a suspended points sanction in the future. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. But it's next week and we need an end to it. Following on from that, we are still awaiting a decision on the takeover of Everton Football Club. 777 have been far down the road with that process. A decision is thought to be imminent. It seems like 777 will get the go-ahead. Again, I keep saying it because I think they would have been declined earlier than what's happened. The process that should have taken 12 weeks is on week 28, which is mad. There is a lot of stuff around now that they've undergone the most stringent checks ever because of the independent regulator. More of that stuff has come out today. But who knows? I think the biggest thing that Everton Football Club need on this is a decision. Certainly the fan base, we need clarity on this. If it's a no, then do it. If it's yes, then do it. Let's deal with the outcome of it. But leaving us hanging, dangling, whatever you want to say it, isn't helping anyone, especially with this second PSR charge as well. So it has been a horribly frustrating time. And you know what? Everton could even use this, I think, in their defence. There's 2 aspects that Everton could use in their defence. One, that we were given a 10-point deduction for our first breach and had to play 3 months with the psychological effects of those 10 points, where Nottingham Forest won't have played a single game where there's anything hanging over them. They just got 4 points and that's what they will go into. And the second thing on that is because of that 10 points, you could almost argue that Everton's sale process has been affected with investors might be, if there is one sitting in the background, could be looking and going, well, we want to know what league you're in. Or, you know, we only want to pay this much, 777 for one of them. So I'm hoping that Everton Silk uses that as well, as that you have damaged Everton's brand with this whole process in the last few months, and let's see. But both of these we need clarity on, but the decision on the takeover, one way or the other, needs to be made, and it needs to be out there so we can see what we're dealing with. Moving on from that, Jarrad Branthwaite has reported for international duty today with England. He's been called up to Gareth Southgate's squad for the games against Brazil and Belgium. It's well deserved. He's been in sensational form for Everton this season. He has just done an interview with EvertonFC.com and said he really enjoyed the trip to Portugal. He said he'd missed a bit of pre-season because of a slight injury and obviously the Euros. So getting to go away with the squad and be away in a different place has been excellent for him. Then he's gone off to England, of course, as well. And he's been brilliant, like I say, and hopefully he will get a chance. Spurs are the latest club to be linked with a move for Branthwaite today. So, listen, I hope Everton stay strong and keep him for another season. But if there's 4 or 5 teams bidding for him, then let them bids of £100 million come rolling in. Moving on from that, the 1878, the originals, the fan group, have announced today that they will be doing a march before the Burnley home game. That takes place on April the 6th. The march will begin at 2:15 p.m. from the Brick Club at the 1878, urging everyone to get in the ground for 2:45 and big up that atmosphere, get that atmosphere going ahead of what is now a crucial home game against relegation rivals Burnley. And finally, Everton will stream Sunday's Merseyside derby in the Women's Super League between Everton and Liverpool. It will be streamed live on EvertonFC.com. It will be free, but if you actually fancy getting down to Goodison and seeing some footy because the first team haven't been playing, you can get yourself down there. The kickoff is 1 o'clock. There are tickets still available. Adults are £12, OAPs and other concessions are £8, and under 18s are £2 to get in. So if you fancy a bit of football this weekend, get yourself down to Goodison Park for that women's Merseyside derby. It kicks off at 1 o'clock. Don't forget to download that SofaScore app. It is free and it really helps us. Thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. See you later.